What's up, everyone? My name is Matthew Dale. I'm here to help you play better, sound great, and understand more. And Firmware 8 for the FM3 just released, and it has some pretty epic updates. Let's go ahead and dive in, and I'm going to show you some of my favorite features for this new firmware update. So first, I just have a little preliminary signal chain starting off here. My first favorite update is this Class A Brilliant amplifier. This is like the perfect AC30 sound in my opinion. I have this right now going through Class A 30-watt cabinets, mic'd up with a dynamic and a ribbon microphone. Those are hard pan, and I've got a little bit of some light post compression from my block library. So if you want to check out some of my favorite tones for yourself, I am using the light post compressor type here, and it right away is giving me this. And if I go to my middle position, and then my neck position, so it's very dynamic under the fingers. It gives you that edge of breakup thing, and it has its own unique character that is different from all the other Class A types. This is up there with, I've already got it added to my block library. So again, this will be, I'm going to update these in my blocks, and I'm going to upload it here in a little bit. But it's already up there with my AC20 Go-To and my Matchbox D30. And now I've called this the perfect AC30 because in my mind, it absolutely is perfect. I love this amp model. The next thing that I want to talk about, which is also mega huge, which all of us on the FM3 have been waiting for a long time, and that is Gapless channel and preset changes. So right now, I'm going to leave this. Ordinarily, if I'm putting together something like this preset, I would probably do modifiers to increase the gain, maybe adjust some bass parameters and do some other things. But now that channel changes are gapless, I can do this. If I want to get a crunchier tone on my bridge pickup with this amplifier, I'm going to copy channel A over to channel B. I'm just going to move over to channel B, and let's crank this up. And let's say I don't want it quite as flubby. And maybe a little bit more treble. Let's go into dynamics, and let's do a little bit of gain enhancer and put this up a little bit. And now, ordinarily, if I had to do all this stuff with a scene controller on one channel to try to make it gapless, this would be really tricky. I'm toggling between channels A and channels B on here. So here's clean. I love that. That is great. And don't limit yourself. I mean, now this effectively gives us a custom 4-channel amplifier and 4 cabs that we could choose from, or 4 cab channels that we could choose from. So now over here on scene 3, I'm also going to one of my, I would say one of my new favorites or newer favorites in the high gain realm, the Archaean amp model or the PRS Archon amp model. And I'm doing this one through pair of greenbacks and V30s. And now, so... I might just increase the level here just a little bit. Really fast and really nice. Let's do this. Let's get a little bit of ambience together here on this little preset. Another new great feature is something that is called Kill Dry. This has a number of benefits. The first one being that it's just going to be a lot easier to set up your reverbs and delays in parallel. So all I'm really going to do from here, ordinarily I would need to put the mix up to 100%, back the level down or the input gain down, and then change my effect bypass and do all these things. I'm still going to change my bypass mode to mute in, but now rather than doing anything over here on the mix and level, I'm going to hit Kill Dry, and now I've got my reverb all ready to go. If I don't engage Kill Dry, it doubles my signal. You can hear that louder signal. Now, what this gives me the ability to do is adjust the level of reverb with the mix control. Here's nothing, and here's a bunch. So, the other benefit with this, including being simpler to just, set up and operate, is on the global parameters and the global configuration, there is a master reverb mix and effects mix. So now you can use these for fine-tuning at a venue. Now, and if you're like me, so there's a little bit more, you can go 50% in either direction if you start life at 100%, which is where I usually do. Now, for me, over on my global performance pages, I like to have these two over on just a quick page on my front panel so I can get to them pretty quick. Ordinarily, if I was doing this in the old way of doing parallel effects, I would need to actually map the level controls or the input gain controls, depending on what I'm using, over on one of the per preset controls. This effectively gives me 2 new spaces to work with for some other stuff that I want. One of my absolute favorite new additions is one of my favorite drive pedals ever, I would say. It is the Sunrise Splender, and in particular, we've got 2 models of this now. So the Sunrise Splender, the first one, does not have the high cut and gauge, so it's this really nice, bright overdrive. Works especially well with Vox-style circuits. The other one has a high cut and gauged, so if you want a little less high-end content, you can use it for that purpose. I'm going to call in the Sunrise Splender, and let's just hear it. This is on amp channel A right now, so the lower gain, and this is what it sounds like, again on the bridge pickup. Let's go ahead and just boost this up a little bit. And then here's the... So that was the higher gain with the drive pedal engaged as well. It's a really, really, really nice pedal for a really, I'm going to use the word transparent here again, as we all do at some point, but it is very transparent, and it gives us a really nice boost, low gain boost into an amplifier. Probably sounds really good on the neck pickup as well. If I'm back on my cleaner setting that I believe I am. Let's go ahead and split this. So now I'm playing with a split neck single coil. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of delay here. Again, we're going to use the Kill Dry feature. And let's go ahead and I'm going to grab something from my library here. Let's do the Y2290. Kill dry is going to be engaged, and I'm going to have this in mute in. So now I got this really nice wide delay. Let's also add a little bit of a boost with the filter block. I'm just going to boost this up about 2 or 3, how about 2.5-ish. And now here is the neck pickup with no drive pedal. Now with the Sunrise Splender. And I like that. That sounds really good. Let's go ahead and take this off, and let's go back to scene 3, which is going to be the Archon, or the Arcan, I guess I should say. Let's go ahead and leave this all engaged. Now, Kill Dry doesn't just appear in reverbs and delays. It actually appears in a lot of our wetter type of effects. So I'm going to do a pitch block in parallel as well, and I'm going to utilize dual detune. Let's hard pan 1 to the left, 1 to the right. Let's add a little bit of delay on either side. This will give us a little bit of a double tracking type of thing going on. And let's put 1 down roughly 10 cents or around that area, and then 1 up 9 or 10 cents in that area. Now, again, I'm going to, let's set this bypass mode to mute in again. We're going to engage Kill Dry, and now I'm going to use the mix control to get this whole double tracking thing together. And let me also take off my boost here for a second. I'll engage the boost again, but just so we can kind of hear this, whatever's going on. And maybe a little more mix. Now, I would probably have this down here a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Let's put a little bit of a boost on it, a little bit of delay, and if I wanted to dial that in at a venue, if I hit this little GBL, this little global switch, now let me take these off again. I can utilize the, let me go back to the perform page. I can utilize the global effects mix to dial that into taste at a gig. Here's a little bit more. And now here's a little bit less. So again, that is something really, 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 really useful if you are like me and you like to utilize parallel routing for a lot of these types of effects. Firmware 8 really is a massive improvement for the FM3 and really makes this little box of wonder a contender and brings it up to snuff with the FM9 and the Axe-Fx 3. If you want to play around with this preset yourself, I'm going to pop it up over on my Patreon. And if you want to download some of my favorite sounds for yourself, you can head over to matthewdale.com/blocks, and I will catch you all in the next video. We'll see you later.